Hi everybody, Harvey here from the Growth Properties group. Today I'm going to do a quick video about the dreaded Section 24. This, if you don't know what it already is the new law that the government passed with George Osborne in, I think it was 2015. It's the new law that he passed that was no longer going to allow landlords to offset their interest as a running cost, of their business, like every other business is allowed to do in the country. So they targeted landlords. It's a big political thing. It was an easy vote winner. But anyway, we're in where we're in. This year, each year they increased the first year they only started taking away 25% of the relief, then 50%, then 75%, and next year, like last tax year, it was 75%. So a lot of landlords now are starting to feel the squeeze if they still own their property as a sole trader. By the way, this new tax Section 24 doesn't account to limited companies. So what a lot of people was doing was setting up a limited company and transferring their portfolio into a limited company. But there's a lot of complications with that to avoid capital gains tax, to avoid stamp duty. It's not straightforward and suitable for everybody. We've got this little void period of people that are caught with like 2 or 3 properties. It's not got maybe 4, not got quite enough to prove that they work on it. So the benchmark was you need to really be working it as a business to get the reliefs to not incur any costs in capital gains or stamp duty. Some people are not working enough hours in that, so they're in a little void period where they don't particularly want to grow loads, but they might be a high rate taxpayer and they're going to be stung there. So their investments that they've built and set up for the future are now no longer a viable investment. So I've got a solution here which I think a lot of investors are overlooking. You know, a lot of people in the south, London, this is for like people in the south and London and Essex are overlooking. One of the solutions, if you search across line for this, is to pay down some of your debt. Some people say they've got 4 properties or 5 properties, sell one, pay down some of the debt. You might have bought them properties, or more likely have bought them properties quite a while ago, and you've experienced quite a little bit of capital gains. So you pay the capital gains on it, the money that's left, capital gains tax on it, and the money that's left, you pay down your debt on your remaining properties, so you've got either little or no debt. With little or no debt, it doesn't affect you. I feel people are missing a trick with this, because ultimately, if you sell your properties, or say you had 1 or 2 properties, or just one property which had little debt on it, which had a moderate amount of debt on it, but loads of equity growth, you might have enough money in that property to be able to buy 3, 4 properties or 2 properties in the north, remote investing. This is a strategy that's been massively overlooked, remote investing, purely because people do not understand it and still stuck in their old ways. I think it was Darwin that said, I know it was Darwin said, it wasn't the strongest or the fittest that survived, it's the ones that are most willing to adapt to change. We're in changing times in property, so we need to do different things. With the invention of technology, it's never been easier to remote invest. You can Google areas, you can street view, you can network. There's everything you need to do hands-on, you can also do remotely and outsource remotely. But this video is beyond explaining what you can do remotely. It just can be done, and a lot of investors are like stuck in their old ways of, they bought their properties maybe 10 years ago in the south, bought the odd one here and now, and they're stuck in the ways of how it used to be then. Now it's definitely a viable option. I've just worked with an investor, and ultimately he sold one of his properties that had little to no debt on it. He sold one of the properties, he experienced loads of capital gains, capital growth, so he had loads in there. So even with the capital gains tax bill, there's still enough money to go and buy 4 investment properties in the northeast. Off the back of that, a year later, he's refinanced them 4 and managed to buy, luckily enough, we found a portfolio, a guy that's selling their portfolio, we matched him with that, and lucky enough he's bought another 5. So he's bought 9 properties in 1 year from the sale of 1 property, but he structured it all via a limited company. You don't have to go down a limited company route. You might want to just sell your properties, buy 4 up north, or 3 or 2, or whatever money you've got left, but you might have some great gains in there, even after the capital gains tax. Some great gains that you can put in there. I believe there might be some ways you can roll it over if you do it via a company. I'm not 100% sure, you'd have to get tax advice on that. But either way, even if you paid your capital gains and then bought a couple outright, and you didn't want to grow and didn't want the hassle of limited companies, keep on growing, just bought a couple in a decent area, outright, Manchester, Liverpool, one of these great areas that's got growth as well, still affordable prices, you can then have no debt on it and no Section 24. think it's a really valid way to come around this solution, and a way that people should be definitely thinking of, especially now the southeast and London has sort of leveled off with any growth, and there's areas like Manchester and Liverpool that are growing, so you could hit that curve which like the southeast was in maybe 10 years ago in Liverpool, which is looking like, or Sheffield, or many of these great towns. Leeds are all growing at the moment, so it looks like they might experience the same, or they might not. Either way, you would have no Section 24. So I hope you found this video useful. If you did, please give us a thumbs up. Please subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to hit the like icon, so when we upload new videos, you'll be notified when they come.